Welcome. Glad to have you here. Cards of chance, game of fortune, cards down, face up, play the game, take the chance. Not knowing what they hold, kind or unkind, experience them, look into them to seek the days of new. Don't be afraid. Maybe they will show you how to gain that special day of fortune or fame that no one else will know. Welcome to Being a Light. Good to have you here. I don't know, Monday just gets here faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Yes. Jennifer McCormick, good to see you. Natalie Rodriguez. Yes, I got your message today and we'll fix that up. Ms. Rose, the Golden Rose. So good to have you here. As always, I want to thank my sponsor, Ernie Mosteller at Fried Okra Entertainment. Check out his stuff on Instagram at Ernie Mosteller. Amazing man, amazing artist, creative person, and he's been really helping me keep afloat. So much thanks. Love, appreciate the support. You know, it's nice when people believe in what you're doing and, lend some actual real support out there. Really, 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 really good. Yeah, I was a little, been a continually crazy energy week. And man, it just, whew, it's, I just keep telling myself it's a perfect opportunity to practice. The thing you really need to practice is when things get a little wonky, not when it's absolutely perfect, right? So I have something silly to show you before we get diving in. A few months ago, my friend Leah and I did a presentation at this mental health symposium here, and Leah's picture looks all beautiful, but hey, check this out. What? Come here. What the hell? No, that's not Brian Lahr. I don't know how they took the picture I sent them and got this. It looks like Sam Elliott's brother. Sam Elliott's the guy that plays, the other bar guy with Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. I'm like, oh my God, that is just the silliest thing. What in the world? Anyway, I thought you guys would find that as amusing as I did. AI, man, you never know what they're going to do anymore. Yeah. Oh, one other little coolness. Let's see. Are you still here? Yeah, and I think that I need to. Wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Share video file. There we go. Oh man, it's going to make me look for it, right? Okay. There we go. All right. So, okay, hold on. Well, so the story behind that is I was kind of hanging out with my birthday angel. They've been really, really around a lot. I've been enjoying their company very much. And we're going to do a little thing tonight to really invite them in for us to help. Anyway, I was just having this really great, like, give and take. It felt like this just an actual conversation. Sometimes they come in like waves of knowledge and like concepts or pictures, but this was a real conversation. And I just got this wellspring of inspiration to make it be into music. So I already had my little music recording software up. So I hit record and just continued on and just let my fingers move. Like I didn't know what any of those chords were. I just made them. And man, and so it was just one take, no corrections or going back and messing with it, no click track, none of the stuff there's no musical like theory behind this conversation with an angel. Anyway, I just really, really dug it and wanted to share it with you. I was really excited about it. All right, let's see. How do I get rid of that? All right. So, Evelyn, good to see you, my girl. Kathleen Connor, welcome. Glad to see you here. Melissa Callahan, so happy to have you. You are so bright. I always love when you show up. It's like the sun. A lot of people connected to this circle have that quality about them. It's sort of addictive. I really love it. So this is a crazy astronomical week in a really huge way, and astrologically, of course. But some of my favorite astronomical events this week are happening on Wednesday, the 12th. It's the day after tomorrow. We've got, first of all, it's the new moon, which is always a yummy piece of work to work with. But there's also a full solar eclipse that will be happening that day. And that evening, kind of late in the evening, but that evening, one of my favorite meteor showers, the Perseus meteor shower, is going to be happening that night. And because it's the new moon, there won't be any moonlight. It should be really perfect conditions to go out and scope it out. So we've got the new moon, we've got the full solar eclipse, and we got the Perseus meteor shower all happening on Wednesday. So that's a pretty event-filled, chalk-filled day, and I'm going to make sure I get nice and rested up tomorrow so I can stay up all night and watch the meteors. Next to the aurora borealis, I think those are my favorite sky things. This is the month of eclipses, though, because I think it's on the 24th. Do I have that written down? No, it's the 27th, August 27th. There's a lunar eclipse as well, so it's kind of like the double whammy on it. The lunar eclipse won't be a full lunar eclipse, but it'll still be really cool. And depending on where you are in the country, you'll be able to see it better or worse. But that's another really phenomenal event. And those things, yeah, those things can be really intense. But I think with the kind of other lineup of things going on right now, that it should just be about clearing out and setting up new stuff. And the eclipse on the day of the new moon, pretty intense. There's a lot of stuff out there about it. I'm not going to go on and on and on about that. So go scope that out and just be aware, man, of like what kind of goodness is just out there for walking out and looking up at the sky. Yeah, awesome. And what's more magical than shooting stars? Well, the aurora borealis, but a shooting star in the aurora borealis. There we go. That's the penultimate right there. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we are going to get started on the meat of tonight. I keep feeling like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Now, I'm gonna talk tonight about one of my favorite metaphysical topics. First of all, I'm a tarot fanatic. I've been reading for over 40 years, and it's just become such an ingrained part of my life. And I've been reading for about 25 years. When I got my teacher's one, I can't even take credit. My teacher just goaded me and manipulated me and like prodded from every way he could think of to get me to do my own deck. I always thought as an artist what an amazing project it would be to do your own tarot deck. But as I started to think about, like, man, that's 78 original pieces of artwork, not to mention the design on the card and all the information and the manual. Let's not even talk about it. If I'd have known how much work the manual was before I started, I never would have. Anyway, it's just a really wonderful system that has enriched and made my life wonderful, and my own experience, and being able to like shed that experience, give that experience to other people as well. Like, I had the most amazing reading last week. Someone's called me back like 3 times since, like, I can't believe I've been really struggling with that for so, and to be able to like use those tools to be able to make a crack, shed some light out there on something that was a problem and a difficulty. I've just always been really super addicted to it. So I've been reading for a long time, and then I really wasn't aware of the Fool's Journey. And what is the Fool's Journey? The Fool's Journey is starting with the Fool card, the first card in the deck, and going card by card all the way through to the universe or the world in some decks. That's 22 major Arcana cards. The tarot deck is broken up into 2 different sections. It's the major Arcana cards, and those deal with large universal spiritual aspects on our own personal growth. And then the minor Arcana, which kind of deal with the everyday kind of stuff. And here's what's going on here, and here's information on this job, and all that kind of stuff. So, one of the most difficult things for people that are interested in starting, but haven't yet, is just the kind of daunting task that it is to memorize all those cards, right? Virginia, how are you? Glad to have you here from Indiana. All right. So No, I got turned on to the concept of the fool's journey, and the fool's journey is that those 22 cards are not just random cards. They're not just they don't they're not just there individually with no connection to each other, but in fact, starting with the fool kind of represents you, and the fool's all about like starting off on a new journey, not having any idea where you're actually going. There's like no destination in mind. It's just kind of like carefree. Let's go check out that light over the sunlight over the hill over there, and just starts off on the path with all its uh, difficulties and traps and everything that the path has to offer. And so then each of those cards that follow that, the magician, the magus, the priestess, the empress, the emperor, each one of those cards represents an anthropomorphized being, right? So the magician's actually a magician, and you get specific qualities from there. So each of those cards are lessons and things you need to acquire um, on your involvement on the path. And man, it just turned into this like, wow, this is a whole personal system of personal initiation. And when you take each one of those cards and really start to get to know what's about with them and see the connection to the card before and the card after, and like with the lovers and art all the way up, it's like, wow, it's so interconnected in so many ways. And it's a really beautiful system of doing your own initiation. Like you don't need a teacher to show up and initiate you or give you some boost, or what is it in Reiki, it's called an attunement, right? You don't really need anyone to do that. You just need to get those cards out and go through them one by one and start to really grok them in fullness, really understand what they're about. And you can't really do that unless you go and live that card. Um, so by the time you get to the end of like all of the levels of initiation in there, and you get to, in my deck, it's the universe card, and that's like, wow, now you've like gone through the gauntlet, man. You've like shed all the stuff you didn't need. You like look back, you bless the past, you like learned, you've blown up wind tower, you've blown up like all the structures and the stuff you built in your life based on a faulty foundation and lies, and now it's like there. And then you got the star like offering the promise of hope, and the water of life to a thirsty world, and all the way to the sun. And then you get to the universe, and now it's like, wow, now you've got all the marbles. You've got this toolbox full of stuff that you can now go and deal with anything in the world. You're now fully prepared to go and do that. And the truth of the matter is, as soon as you finish on the universe and you're done with that, and you go, okay, let's go, you realize you're right back at another fool's journey, and it just cycles over and over and over and over again. And it's a wonderful, 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 wonderful system. That doesn't cost you anything. And it's the perfect, okay, so how do you start memorizing all these cards, right? um, this is a really um, smart and kind of easy way to trick yourself into doing it. There's people that have read for a long time and have been kind of following the fool's journey, there are stories out there about like what the fool starts off on his journey, and then he meets the magus, and the magus is out in the woods like throwing fireballs and energy stuff, and he like goes, wow, I really want to learn that, and he puts down his stuff, and the magus says, well, you're gonna have to leave behind everything that you did before, like boom. And then he spends a bunch of time with the magus and gets all of his projective skills, and he's like all charged up. He's like, well, what do I do with these now? So he continues down the path, and he meets the priestess, and the priestess is the guardian of the veil, the veils of reality, the veils of knowledge, the veils of magic. And he strikes up a conversation, and she starts to reveal the tarot, and he spends time with her, and now he's gotten this clairvoyant and intuitive abilities, and now he has a way to decide in a really cool way and effective way how to use those abilities to actually do things for his benefit and others' benefit. And so each of those, well, okay, then I'll do one more. And then he goes, and he's like all jacked up now, and he's like, wow, I've got these abilities and it's amazing. And he winds up coming up on this really big mansion, and he gets invited in, and the Empress comes up to greet him. And the Empress is the quintessential hostess, man. She wants to make everyone feel good. And there's food, and there's wine, and there's people laughing and having a good time, and she takes him around, introduces him to everybody. It just makes him feel really completely welcome, and it's all the good things of the earth and life and living. And then finally, she takes him and has her meet her husband, the emperor, who's the big cheese in charge and can say yay or nay. And so I've created a whole story for mine. And the way to do that is to just start, like you could do it one card a day, you could do it one card a week. As a matter of fact, many moons ago, Michael Zinn and I did a show called The Fool's Journey. And it was a card by card, week by week journey through the tarot deck. Only it was the whole deck. So you can just, like, if you wanted to do it every day, you can take the Fool and start really designing your own story, your own personal story, because this is about you. This is not about following rules or someone else's here's what you do, here's how to do this exactly. This is going to be your own journey. You're going to be building your own cosmology, not following anyone else's. So you get to start constructing that story. So the next day, the magus. So you come up with the piece of the story for the magus, and you connect that to the piece of the story from the Fool, and you tell yourself the whole story every day from beginning to end. So the Fool just gets like written in there, like really hard. That groove is really deep. And each of the cards, as you go along and the story gets more complex, and you develop your ability to remember and to feel those energies as they're happening and the interconnections between them. It's just glorious in so many ways. And then at the end, you've got this really great story, and it's like song lyrics or like anything that you hear a bunch of times, like now you're like just rattling off with it. My tarot deck, when I did the manual for that, I love the Fool's Journey concept so much that I wound up taking it all the way out through the major or the minor arcana too. So all of the readings in my little manual that go with it are written from like the Fool's Journey perspective. And it wound up being pretty cool. Okay, what was that? I was just going to say. Oh, One of the things that really tripped me out about doing the show was I thought it was just going to be kind of a talk show. Let's talk about this, and to be honest, like those shows, they're a little bit about the tarot, but they're also about all kinds of other stuff, sigils, and like, man, I went off on some crazy metaphysical tangents. I like channeled like this. There were about 3 weeks in a row where I'd gone out to a cemetery and photographed this one particular headstone, and I came back and like did all the numbers, and they were all like my numbers, and it turned into this whole like metaphysical spirit quest. It was pretty fun. So the last show of the Fool's Journey, man, I took the whole hour and just speed wrote. I had a big piece of paper up on the wall, and I just went card by card and did my whole like story. Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting to tell you this. One of the things that happened with doing those, it wasn't just talk. It wound up, I lived those cards like every week, like hard. And the first 4 or 5 of them, I'm like, wow, that's a little weird, man. It kind of feels like that's exactly the card. And then it got beyond denying, and the things that were happening, and it just was from beginning to end, which from a magical point of view, like what could be cooler, like it wasn't just a show about some cards. It was a magical event, man. And like every week, I had no idea what was going to go on. And some of the cards are really great. Some of you get the Chariot. Oh yeah, victory. But then you got the Hangman, you got Death, you got the Tower, the Tower week. Oh no. Yes, we went back down and to the faulty foundation that week. Anyway, it was a pretty crazy show. So if you get a chance to scope it out, check it out. It's called The Fool's Journey, and there are a lot of Fool's Journeys out there. So if you want to get there, like do Fool's Journey, Wizard of Odd, and it'll take you to that YouTube channel. I think you'll dig it. So anyway, strongly encourage you to construct your own Fool's Journey story, and just focusing on the cards enough to devise your own personal story about it really takes you down deep. It's like making those cards like took me to, I've been reading for a long time, over 2 decades. And I thought I had a really good knowledge about them, but making those cards, making the images, like thinking about them deeply enough to put together a cogent manual, man, it took my understanding and my connection like so much deeper, like to the surface meeting. Like those cards are doorways for me now. Like I don't really think about what are the meanings attached to the cards. It's like that's already such muscle memory for me that it's like, okay, that's where that starts. And then you open the door, and that's when all the goodies start flowing in a really crazy way. We'll be doing some readings at the end of the show, Patricia. We're still a little bit and some other things. Yes. Oh, wow. Time's flying. All right. So the Fool's Journey, like I'd love to talk to you about it. If you're interested, wizardofval.com or brianlar@gmail.com. Either one of them, get in touch with me, man. Let's communicate on it. I'm always learning new things. The tarot is such an infinitely deep and multi-layered device. It never ceases to amaze and leave me kind of awestruck. It's like, wow, this is like over the top. I love my Oracle decks. They're super cool. But none of those oracle decks that I know of, including my angel deck, have the fool's journey. There's no like personal initiation system that's on that deep a level. And the decks I've done are all pretty much, you can do multiple cards, but like the angel deck, it's a one card, like boom. So when I'm really going deep, I love pulling out my tarot deck, and I love doing the combo of the angel deck and the tarot deck, and like I do a really complex tarot reading and then do the angel card. I did a reading for Grace Gorello that was the most extreme experience example of this, where I did like the whole like tarot reading. We went through card by card. It was all like, wow, that makes perfect sense. I pulled the angel card. I start reading the little reading thing, and like every single line. Okay, that was that card. Okay, that was that card. Okay, that was that card. And I'm like, by the time we got to the end of the reading, it had just verified and like double confirmed everything that we just went through with the tarot. So super cool. And the tarot gets a really bad rap sometimes, like it's negative or like it's energy, and it's one of the best barometers of metaphysical energy and like just the flow of energy around us that I know of. So there we go. Hello, Julie. Welcome. Oh, Jennifer McCormick. Yeah. Jennifer said, you inspired me to get my very first tarot deck a few months back. Only ever used the oracle cards previously. Man, you would just absorb this. So, and you're such a creative person that like your story will come to you really easily. That's the thing about it too, when you're connected in that and you're asking for that information, and that's your intent to be like growing and evolving and learning more, man, you get all kinds of really good stuff poured in. So I'm glad that you're going down that road. Again, if you ever want to compare notes, you know where to get me. All right. Dennis, very, very glad to see you, man. All right, we're going to create a little sacred space, and then we're going to go down to blank space tonight. And I know that there are a number of people out there. I'm sending out my goodness to Vivian if she's watching out there now, or does it, shows up later, watches later. She's been having a little health difficulty that's getting fixed and worked out. But I'm going to send her a little extra like golden goodness, and my friend Evie. And there's a lot of people out there that are experiencing some physical difficulties. So, we kind of like gloss over this at the beginning of it. But, when we do the inhale on writing down the blank space, and I mentioned to make that not air, but have it be bright, golden, warm, healing source energy. I really want you guys to focus on that a little bit extra tonight, and be very, very clear in your intent to bring that healing energy into you, right? And if there is a specific part that needs healing, make sure before we start that you just really focus, visualize it, focus, and on those inhales, we'll just send all of that energy straight to that place and make it warm, man. I'm like talking some heat, not just like imaginary heat. I want heat, real heat. Okay. We're going to do a quick little breathing thing right after that too. All right, with it, well, maybe not. All right. Everybody get nice and comfortable. Build up your energy. When you hear the clang, release the white light 360 in your space. With the light of the source, we banish and clean this space. We make this place pure. With the brilliant, radiant light of the source, we banish and clean this space. We make this place pure. Love you so much. With the brilliant, radiant light of the source, the true light. The monad. We banish and clean this space. We make this place pure. We joyously come together tonight to create our sacred space, a place of safety and sanctuary and light. We ask that our angels, guides, and allies be with us this evening, share their wisdom, their knowledge, and their love of the source. And I would make a special request. I know you guys are like really, really cognizant and really, you don't interfere unless asked. So we're asking, wow, be with us, help us, guide us. And share your light with us every day. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. With absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly. Our infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. Oh, yummy. Intense tonight. All right. Here we go. We're going to take our ride down to blank space. Okay. I want you to draw with your solar plexus. Take that energy in through your nose. Let it just infuse your whole body or send it to wherever you really need it. Okay. And then on the exhale, we're just going to slowly release breath down, down till I get to the word silence. And then just freeze frame. Don't think. Don't worry about breathing. We're just going to hold it for 8-10 seconds. And just shut your mind off. Or just keep doing that every week and writing that groove deeper and deeper. All right, here we go. Inhale. Use your solar plexus. In through the nose. Really fill it up. Think you're full, put some more. And release. Sinking into the bliss of the silence. No future, no past. Deeper, deeper silence. And inhale, bright golden energy. Make your body, your light glow. And release chaos, the static, the noise of the world fading into the distance. No thoughts, no mind, deeper silence. Last one, we're going to hold this one for 30 seconds. Inhale, make it count, really stretch it. Become a big ball of golden energy. And release. Turning off the machine. Winding down. Silence. « 15. And 30. Take a nice deep breath. Stay in that space. Visualize yourself floating on the calm, warm, beautiful ocean. Only it's not water, it's energy. We're going to do a little breathing sequence that is geared towards generating healing energy and heat. All right? So on the inhale, I want you just to pull energy from the ocean into you and just refresh you. And on the exhale, push out anything that doesn't belong. And while you're thinking about it, imagine your hands actually on fire. Okay. What we're going to do with this is send this. If this is something you need, we'll lay hands on you. This is something you know somebody needs, some healing, some help. Focus on them right now. And while we're doing that breathing exercise, just make your hands on fire, just so they're so hot. You can feel the heat radiating off of them. All right, so what we're going to do is a sequence 4 inhales, 8 exhales. We're going to do 4 of those, and then we're going to bump it up to 6 inhales and 12 exhales. We're going to do 4 of those, okay? If you're really going to do a healing on yourself, you really want to take this to the max, you should think about doing each one of those for 2.5 minutes, okay? All right, here we go. Inhale, draw that energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, just be still for a few seconds. Let that energy just really get solid and hot. All right, and I want you to take your right hand. If this is for you, put it over anywhere on your body that needs the healing. You can always put it on your heart, always good. If you're left-handed, switch that up and place your left hand on top of your right. If you have a person, look at their face in your mind. Close your eyes, see their face, see their energy, feel them. We're going to take a really deep breath, and then we're going to push that gold energy. All right, here we go. Inhale. Push. Right, and one more. Inhale. Push that energy. One more. Inhale. And push. Hot, golden healing. Hang on, I need to focus on somebody for a second. All right, good job, you guys. All right, welcome, Ashley Page. So glad to see you. That breathing, that breathing sequence. First couple times you do something, you're always kind of thinking about the mechanics of it, but man, it's my go-to. I can get my hands so hot. Like I made somebody jump a couple months ago, and it's good stuff, man. It really has some effect. So I hope you'll use that one and add that to your arsenal of tools. If anybody's looking for a reading, I'd love to take care of you. In the meantime, I'm doing one for Evie. Evie, concentrate, focus. Words of wisdom from my good friend Evie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Evie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Evie. Number 9, the angel of mercy and forgiveness. Oh, I've been remiss. I need to get my goodies. There we go. Success. We could stop, right? Success through skill and material accomplishment. A joyous air surrounds you. Wonderful events are beginning to unfold, and you are about to savor the sweet fruit of lengthy, hard labor. I know you've been going at it, girlfriend. Stop worrying. You will receive what is rightfully yours. The bread thrown onto the water of life will come back threefold. You are gifted with success, achieved a generous soul, and the sharing of your unconditional love and resources. Love is the cup that never runs dry. Know that you are the infinite fountain. Immerse yourself in the success of creating those things which have deep passion and inspiration to you. You should start painting again, maybe. Seriously, man, you're really good. Build a team of quality people and combine your resources together. Create an alliance of power and success. Organize, co create, make things happen by using all available means. The sum of the whole is always greater than the parts. The tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles represents a gift, like a gift from someone that could afford to give it, and just like not something you asked for, not something you were looking for. Somebody saw some need and gifts you. So keep your eyes out and don't turn anything down. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's see. Always a pleasure to read for you. Um, all right, let's see. Julie, this one's for you. Get nice and focused for me. 3 nice, really deep breaths. Bring it down. Words of wisdom for my friend Julie. Words of wisdom for my good friend Julie. Words of wisdom for my friend Julie. Ah, number 59, the angel of intellectual richness. You like being in charge and the feeling of power. You have discipline and the ability to empower oneself and others. The ability to find whatever resources you need, combined with your ability to concentrate and focus your full power in practical ways, assures your success. You will work very hard for your money. You possess a sound head in business matters and have well rounded goals. You consolidate your power so that you act with assurance, but you must feel secure in your sense of worth. Only then do you have a sense of humor about yourself. One of the most important things to happen, man, to have. You have gone through serious financial difficulties in the past, and your response has been to focus on providing protection, a buffer against future economic hardship. You have begun isolating and excluding others through your need for personal security. Don't block yourself from the world around you. You will remain vulnerable to life no matter how um, self oriented you try to be. This selfishness is necessary right now. It is time to restructure and give meaning to the material universe you have been through. This is the Four of Pentacles. The card that goes with this is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about stability. So if there's been some chaos going on and things are like, you need some stability. And if you have a metaphysical practice, like get kind of like resolute on developing that and commit to your participation in that every day and get a routine going that winds up just really consolidating all of their like you are very skilled. So there we go. All right. Jennifer McCormick. All right, you so know the drill. Words of wisdom from my friend Jennifer McCormick. Words of wisdom from my friend Jennifer McCormick. Words of wisdom from my friend Jennifer McCormick. Number 29. The Angel of Liberation. Oh, come on, Mr. Bonehead. Here we go. Stand your ground. Express your point of view. Stand by your standards and never compromise or settle for less. Rest. You are feeling the pressure. You will see things more clearly after a really good night's sleep. Yeah, that delta like rejuvenate. You're gifted with deep inner strength and can hold on in any adversity. You haven't even realized your own strength yet. That is so true. Yeah. There will be a challenge to the very basics in your life. Courage and responsibility will be required. Stick to your guns and watch everything unfold, regenerate, and completely renew. You move in directions you have passion for. You will require the assistance of others now, strength and much energy. You are facing a trial to test your mettle, that to prove yourself against the competition. Then you will know whether you have mastered your lessons. Have the guts, tenacity, and focus to meet those challenges that will be presented now. Stand up to any opposition without backing down. Let your courage shine like, whoa, bright like the sun. You have the courage to face the odds and overcome any challenge. Your leadership abilities shine as your opponents test your limitations. Continue to build your mastery. Yes. The tarot card for this, the Six of Wands, like woohoo, success. Really, really goodness. Always a pleasure to read for you, Jennifer. Yes. All right. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody here tonight. Oh, okay. I almost missed this one. This is for Carlet and Garrett. Yeah. Good evening, sunshine. Tomorrow, my big 50. Yeah, we'll pull you something out. All right, take 3 really nice deep breaths. Get really focused. Oh, a birthday card for Carla Ann. Words of wisdom and a birthday card for Carla Ann. Words of wisdom and a birthday card for Carla Ann. Number 37, the angel of breaking the circle. You are at a bit of an impasse and are wondering which way to turn. The crashing waves of emotion make it difficult to know what to do. Yeah, that's where you use blank space. Get down to center and like turn that turbulent, like froth of that emotional ocean, bring it down calm, floating on that golden sea. You don't want to rock the boat, so sometimes you can be reluctant to express your opinions unless you're forced to. You want to maintain calm through your projected rationality, which causes you to ignore your intuitions. Yeah, you have serious sight. It is a conflict between your opinions and others, which is causing this stalemate and indecision. You already know what to do. You're just telling yourself you don't in order to avoid this situation. The picture is clear. You have deliberately closed your eyes and told yourself you were blind so you will not have to choose between friend and enemy. It's this very choice which is your first step to involving yourself with people again. Your attempts to protect yourself can wall you off and stifle your heart and emotions. This attempt to stop your emotions literally makes you more emotional. Let go in stillness and let the bright light of the source fill your soul. Yeah. Um, Whatever the argument is, first of all, any argument that you have that you can get yourself to look at from a win-win perspective rather than somebody wins, somebody loses perspective always has a much better probability of being successful. And you don't have to give up your point of view. And neither one of you guys, well, yeah, just keep going back to center. That blank space meditation, if you can get yourself to do that like every day and you can extend that, you will be amazed. Like when you're down in the center, you've actually turned your mind off. You're in superposition quantum field. You're in the place of all possibilities, every potential, nothing, you're outside the matrix. And it's a space where you can go and recharge and come back with a centered point of view, which always makes any conflict easier to solve. So, happy birthday, man! I couldn't wish you more love and happiness and success and connect to the source, like in a really big way. Yeah. All right, let me make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Let's Let's see. All right. If I've missed anybody, um, leave me a message, and we might have time for one more tonight. In the meantime, uh, if you got anything out of the show tonight, as always, hit the subscribe, do the like, comment, leave me a hashtag live, and help me get it out to more people and grow our little energetic family. I treasure you guys so much. I look so forward to um, like our little practice sessions every week, and I always feel better at the end of the show. I hope you do as well. By the way, if you guys are interested in getting one of the tarot decks or the angel decks, you can get them on my site at wizardofod.com. And if you send me a little message before you order and just tell me you saw it through the show, I'll be happy to give you a ginormous discount. All right. Melissa, more than happy. All right, my girl. Take three really nice deep breaths, and let's just get connected. Wow. Words of wisdom for my friend Melissa. Words of wisdom for my friend Melissa. Words of wisdom for my friend Melissa. Okay. Number 24, the angel of protection. Do. You are getting their attention, and the results are pouring in. A new relationship is possible. You've been a little bit of asleep. Time to wake up to the world and all of its infinite possibilities, and always believe there will be positive change around every corner. Don't worry. New possibilities and opportunities will be offered. There are new relationships and new ideas waiting to be discovered. Trust and believe that your ideas are good, and have a little more patience. Man, I need that advice. When it looks like nothing has happened, get ready for an exciting surprise. Your enthusiasm will overflow your cup. Seize the opportunity and the moment. You will know the joy and the best of both worlds. Woohoo. Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is the celebration at the wedding celebration. It's the party and everybody just going absolutely crazy. Having a blast, and the culmination of lots of stuff that you've been working on. Yeah. Your light's just going to get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. As a matter of fact, I got a special pair of sunglasses. Yes. All right. Pleasure to read for you, Melissa. All right, Presh, this is the last one, girlfriend. You know what to do. Three nice, really deep. Bring it down. Focus. Words of wisdom from my friend Presh. Let me get a nice shuffle here, Fresh. Words of wisdom from my friend Fresh. Words of wisdom from my good friend Fresh. Number 60, the angel of intellectual reparation. Bear with me just a second. There we go. You can let your emotions fly the second you feel them without a moment to contemplate the consequences that can lead to emotional excess. Now the energy has been released and your cards are played. Begin to organize your life. Again, blank space. Blank. I know you guys are just going to be sick of hearing me say that, but that is the answer to so many things. Begin to organize your life and gain some stability. Balance your emotions with your mind and spirit. Allow yourself to experience generosity and freedom as you begin to give your life some structure. Honor your inner and outer limits now. Using the material as an illusion for security is a false methodology. Once you become balanced and stable within yourself, having found the security within, you will no longer need to hold on to anything of the material world. You will recognize when you're confronted with loss or an obstacle, you need only establish new plans and have them ready, and let the light of the source shine brightly. Nancy, what's up, girlfriend? So, Presh, the tarot card for this is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles represents the Three of Pentacles was the celebration at the wedding ceremony, at the wedding celebration. The Four of Pentacles are the four poles of the celebration tent, and they really represent success and goodness and a really happy place to be. So. Thanks for letting me read for you. You're welcome, Presh. Okay, I'm going to do one more because Nancy Muratella showed up. Nancy, I got a card for you, girl. All right, focus. 3 nice deep breaths. Words of wisdom from my good friend Nancy. Words of wisdom from my good friend Nancy. Oh, words of wisdom from my good friend Nancy. Wow, this one jumped out, Nancy. Number 32, the angel of clemency. Oh, man. Wait, is this your card or my card? You are the epitome of impatience. You could be going about things in the wrong way and could need some help. Be open and listen carefully. Your own impatience is creating this frustration and unfulfilled ambition. There are no shortcuts to true success. Follow the plan and pay attention to the small details and use your organizational skills. There must be order and trust in order to make things happen, not resisting or holding back, but flowing naturally like water. Limited ambitions, a narrow point of view, and ego obsession are lies providing a sense of false security, which is causing you to insist on quick results. Embrace your journey and your learning and don't wish it away with your impatience. Oh my God, girl. The tarot card for this is an awesome card. It's the Eight of Pentacles. It's the Apprentice card. And like if you're looking to add some new stuff to what you're doing, or you're looking for something to add that's like all together, like you'll find like a really good teacher to help you move into that and kind of take you under their wing. So there's lots of new possibilities that are waiting. And again, blank space. I'm the most, like, my face is next to impatient in the dictionary. And man, this last, especially like from the retrograde a few weeks ago, all the way through like about the end of last week, man, it's just been like, I've been wanting to move still, like, okay, well, this is how we go this way. And man, the universe was just demanding, don't do anything, which is torture for me. And that was the crux of the lesson. Keep breathing. Quit trying to manipulate it and control it. And be patient. Yeah. Anyway, much love, Nancy. I hope that was good for you. Yeah. All right. So I guess we've reached the end of tonight's extravaganza. Always a treasure and a thrill to get to hang out with you guys. And thanks for coming as always. Right, Nancy? It's like, yeah, it's like letting go of that is the most, oh man, when I actually accomplish that and just flow, it feels so much like, why didn't I remember that? Anyway, you're awesome. Love your readings too. And until next week, Jennifer, you're very welcome. We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We so thank the angels, our guides and allies, for their knowledge, their wisdom, their understanding and love of the source. And with absolute gratitude, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week,